I want to talk about the fruit of the Spirit real quick. We live life with appetites. Like, we have appetites through our body, but our soul, our spirit has an appetite. We try to feed that appetite through the body, but feeding the appetite through the body produces the works of the flesh. But a key word that we have to pay attention to when we're talking about the fruit of the Spirit is the word fruit. And I appreciate the author of Galatians using the word fruit, because now it puts language to what it is that you're truly desiring, or it gives language to the appetite that you're craving inside of you. It gives language to the things that you want. It gives language to the things that you desire. So now, because I have language, I now can turn my appetite towards those things. The fruit of the Spirit and the works of the flesh is about appetite. Your body, your spirit, your soul knows that God put inside of you an appetite. You have an appetite for things of God. So when you look at the fruit of the Spirit, you understand that now you have language for what it is that you're craving. You're not craving trauma bonding, you're craving peace. But because you're so used to the chaos, you gravitate towards the chaos because of what you've experienced. So now you've normalized it, and now you're trying to connect and treat it as an appetite when you're really craving peace. So the fruit of the Spirit shows us what we shy away from, but what our body, what our soul, what our spirit truly has an appetite for. If you don't believe me, go back to Genesis 1. God knew that there was an appetite that was going to arise in Adam when he created Adam in the garden. And when I say Adam, I'm talking about man and woman. I'm not talking about just the man. I'm not doing none of that crap. I'm talking about the man and the woman. He called them Adam because they were one. They were unified. So when God put Adam in the garden and gave Adam the commandments not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he knew that there was an appetite that was going to arise in Adam. Don't miss this. When God gives you purpose, when God releases you and gives you instructions and commandments, there is an appetite that's associated with the purpose. That's why the Bible tells us, count it all joy when you fall in diverse temptations, because your appetite is coming alive, but the flesh is looking to be appeased. So the temptation comes because purpose has arisen inside of you. So the temptation comes because the flesh is looking to feed its appetite while your soul is searching for you to pursue the appetite that's associated with your purpose. That's why it says, the temptation comes from that lust, and that lust comes from something that you're enticed by. And so we even had to look at Jesus was enticed, which is what created the temptation. And because the temptation was based upon the craving of the purpose that was inside of him, he was purposed and destined to do the will of the Father. So what did Satan tempt him with? He tempted him with his appetite for power, for reign, for rulership, for transformation. Come on. He said, turn his stone into bread. He had an appetite, a purpose for transformation. Come on. He had an appetite and a purpose for ruling and reigning and exuding power. But Satan wanted him to do it through the flesh. He wanted to feed the appetite of the flesh. So he was going to try to get him to move in a place of witchcraft and rebellion against the will of God, to feel as if he's fulfilling his purpose, but he would have been fulfilling the appetite of the flesh, would have left him still feeling unfulfilled. And that's where a lot of us are. We feel unfulfilled because we've been pleasing our flesh. We don't understand that our soul, our spirit has an appetite. Our soul and our spirit has an appetite. And because of its appetite, we don't understand how to feed it. So then we go and do the works of the flesh. But in Galatians, it gives language to your appetite. Come on, somebody. I'm helping somebody. Galatians gives language to the appetite that's inside of you. So now you're working in the realm of the spirit and not in the flesh. So now when you seek love, now you got to consume love. The language that's given helps us understand what our appetite really is. Because if I pursue love, I understand the importance of sex, but I will not allow it to have power over me. If I understand what it means to be meek, to be humble, to have joy, to have peace, I'm not going to pursue those things that are chaotic just because my body and my nervous system have normalized it. No. So I just wanted to share this with you today. In Galatians, and the fruit of the Spirit is giving us language for our appetite. We are spiritual beings in these bodies, and our spirits have an appetite. So to live in the Spirit, we must feed our spirit the things of the Spirit, and we must starve our flesh the things that it desires and that it has appetite for. No. Come on. You have an appetite for something greater, something that's tangible in the spirit. We don't talk about tangibility in the spirit. We're so used to everything that we could touch, hear, sense, but because you're a spirit, that means that things in the spirit are tangible for you. Come on. God spoke, let there be light. It became tangible. The thing that came from the spirit became tangible. Come on, somebody. So I just want to help give you language for your appetite, for your void, for that place where you feel like things are missing. No. I want to give you language. I want to give you language for what it is that you're truly craving. And yeah, that deliverance, that freedom may not come overnight. And for some of us, it may come immediately. But at the end of the day, God's grace is sufficient. Remember that. Remember that. His mercies are renewed every day. Come on. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And allow Galatians to give language to your purpose. Give language to your destiny. Give language to your identity. And give language to who you really are. Allow Galatians to give you language. It's language for your purpose. That's what it is. It's language. It's giving you clarity on what it is that you're truly craving behind the noise. Because what the flesh is craving is noise. But behind the noise, what you really want is love, peace, meekness, temperance. You want all those things. Faith, joy. You want those things. Long suffering. Those are the fruit of the Spirit. That is what you are craving. So now you got to go places where that is, so that you can be exposed to it, so that you can now normalize it for yourself. Because once it becomes normalized for you in your life, and you now have language for your purpose and your destiny, guess what happens? Transformation happens. Renewal happens. Restoration happens. Because now I'm not focusing on things that starve my spirit and feed the thing that's going to die. But now I'm starving the thing that's going to die and feeding the thing that's eternal. You are eternal. I hope this blesses you.